Welcome to Atomic Entertainment. I'm Luke, and this is Alex.
Hey guys.
We're going to be talking about the top 10 worst things about school, and it's not specific to our school.
Yeah, we tried to choose options from all different kinds of schools, not necessarily bad things that just apply to us, but other things so then more people that aren't exactly like us can identify with the list.
Okay, so we're going to start at the number 10 spot, which is no drinks, because no food. There could be people with allergies and stuff like that, so we understand that, but yeah, no drinks is just
People are always saying stuff like stay hydrated, like stuff like I think especially water should be allowed, but then there are some pretty cool teachers that let you have coffee and stuff like that in there, but
which Alex likes.
yeah, I do, but for our school specifically, it depends on the teacher you have. Like, I've had teachers that let me have coffee in the morning and teachers that don't. And then most teachers are okay with us having water. I think yeah, they probably have to be. But I like being able to take coffee, and that's a bonus.
Okay, and our number 9 spot is no talking at all, pretty much.
Yeah, so this is also kind of one that applies to our school really just when when the teacher's teaching and stuff like that. But when
we're doing work and then we kind of small talk, like now talking.
Yeah, that stuff that's not good, because sometimes if you have an actual question,
then you can't get it answered because they tell you to shut up.
Yep. Yeah, they tell you to stop talking, and so you can't ask a question, and then it's just not good.
And number 8 is a very common one, and that is school lunches.
Yeah, this is probably one that everyone can identify, except some of those I see on TV, those schools that have McDonald's and Coats and all different kinds of pop and stuff like that.
Our school lunches
they're not
that
horrible,
bad,
but they're not that good.
We have orange chicken that looks like popcorn chicken drizzled with hot sauce. That's basically what it looks like.
It's not orange.
And it's really bad. Some of it is raw. So, the pizza is pretty good, but everything else kind of just sucks. Other than Taco Tuesday.
Just, the tacos and then pizza. I always like the deli sandwiches we have and stuff like that. But, I'm kind of happy that our school is not one of those ones that, it could be worse. That makes you have, every type of, thing from the food pyramid or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I hate that stuff. But then ours isn't the best either. There are some of those ones that you can get, French fries and all types of burgers and stuff every day and stuff like that. That stuff, I can see how people wouldn't want that because it's unhealthy and stuff like that. But, I still think that it'd be nice to have the options.
Yeah. Number 7 is no cell phones in class, and this is new to our school. They just started doing this year. When we start, we're not allowed to have any phones in the classroom at all. So,
yeah,
that just kind of makes us. The reason we put this on this list is if you don't have any cell phones, it'll just make more people try to find a way to use our cell phones in class, which makes us more distracted. So I think we should be allowed to do that, listen to music and stuff like that.
Yeah, sometimes if you're doing work and you're allowed to listen to music, that's cool. But then also just things needing to use the internet and stuff like that,
Okay, and number 6 is school spirit.
School spirit is we don't like the school spirits. It's okay with individual people, but when they make you do something like Spirit Week or something like that, and they make you dress up and stuff like that, that's just not good. And school spirit can get annoying. Okay.
Number 5 is school outfits, and this doesn't apply to our school because we don't have school outfits. And our dress code is pretty good. Yeah,
it's pretty decent for our school. You do get in trouble though if you accidentally forget a belt or something. I know someone who got in trouble for not having a belt. It's it'd be showing up to work without something. They make you leave or something like that. Yeah.
Number 4 is the 7 hours, or depending on your school,
the run
7
time.
hours for us. Starts at around 7:25, ends at around 2:25.
That is a very long day.
I mean,
feels right.
Yeah. it just feels really long to be in school for that long. I feel like it should be like 5 or 6 hours a day.
Yeah, like
5 preferably.
that would be enough.
Number 3 is bad teachers.
Yep. So I absolutely hate when you go up to a desk or whatever to ask the teacher a question and they look mad.
Band director.
Band directors.
Okay,
yeah.
so
like
so-
we
so
literally.
we'll be in a situation like, hey, are we gonna do this? Are we gonna do this music today? And he's like, I don't know. Are we gonna do this music today? I'm like,
Yeah, yeah. Or like he literally says, you know, like, okay, so we're like about to start doing something for marching band or something like that, and he literally says to everybody, no questions, and then goes into his office, probably to eat like pizza or something.
Yeah.
Like we see him get pizzas delivered in there privately. We see it. He thinks we don't, but we do.
and then just other teachers in general that
Yeah.
are just.
Like I had this science teacher that like I would go up and ask questions. I never wanted to ask questions because he looked really mad, like I wasn't listening to him when
Is that
Hardings.
Hardings?
Yep.
Okay. Well, yep, that's number 3.
Teachers need to be approachable. That's something that needs to happen. It's very important.
Or they don't know the answers to any questions that you give them.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
like if you ask them a question about something on like a test, not a test, but what you're working on, they really don't give you an actual answer.
Oh yeah. Or like they give you like a long drawn out thing and you don't understand it, and then you don't want to be like, I don't get it. So
yes, so you act like you know
Yeah.
what they're saying, like
and then
okay.
you sit back down and you're like, I don't know what he's saying. Yeah.
And then number 2 is homework.
The infamous homework. So I think this is something that absolutely does not need to happen.
Does it? Because it
No.
just, I mean, school is school.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll show up to it, but why do you need to
Yeah, like
school, just do stuff out of school?
there's a reason, like for school hours, you know, the 7 hours that we already mentioned that we have to go through in school. There's no reason for them to be able to touch us outside of school. You know, school
Yeah.
hours is for school. Outside of school is not for school. Like same thing with summer work. Absolutely summer work. Like summer work should not happen.
He has to read the Bible.
I have to read like something from the Bible. We're in a public school. That's weird. That's weird.
Number one
Number
spot
one.
is waking up early.
This
which
is my least favorite. Absolutely.
well, that's why it's at number 1.
Yep, that's why it's
But
at number
I
one.
mean, I feel like it's relatable to everybody that it's
Yeah.
at number 1. I feel like there's no other.
Well, there are
no
schools
other
that
choice.
that start at like 9:30. I know somebody.
Well, whoever starts at that time,
yeah,
I wish I was over there. But I usually wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
I've woken up at 5:30 a lot, and that's not like a time that you should be awake ever, unless you're doing like an all-nighter with your friends or something.
Which we're doing.
Yeah, which we're doing now.
So
It is currently 2:20 something.
2:20.
Oh, 2:20.
So, yeah, it's just really
It's just like, you know,
tedious to do that every single day
yeah, and
of the week.
you know, you just sit in your bed and you're like,
And then
I don't want to do this.
the worst part is when you. The worst and best part. The worst part is when you wake up and it's like 3 minutes before your alarm goes off.
Oh yeah.
Or it's like I like when it's 4 hours before.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then,
like-
and then you're like, yes.
One of the best feelings is when you wake up and it's like 4 or 3 hours before you wake
Yeah.
up and you're like, yes. The worst feeling ever is when you wake up. I've literally woken up like a minute before my alarm clock
Okay,
has
so,
to go.
like,
Waking up early is not a good thing.
if we woke up at 8 and then started at say 9, we would end at
I would be perfectly fine keeping the 7 hour.
4 o'clock.
Yeah, I would be perfectly fine with keeping the 7 hour run time of school or whatever. If maybe we started at 9:30 and ended at like 2 hours after 2, like 4, 5.
like 4, because then,
Or 4 or 5.
you'll be home when your
Yeah.
parents get home.
And it's more convenient for parents, right? Because most parents, you know, when they're done with work, they work from like 9 to 5 or whatever. They'll get home around like 6 or 5:30 or something like that.
Yeah.
Which, if kids get there at the same time, then they don't have to have like babysitting services, stuff like that. You know, it's unnecessary.
It's also safer for people who are driving to school because it's
Yeah.
brighter out.
Yes, it's brighter out and they're not as tired. Okay, well,
Well,
yeah, so that was our list, top 10 list. So make sure you like, subscribe,
Yes,
you know, comment down in the comment